Okay, so we are live, and I'm going to lead this conversation. And Alara, she had um, something, she couldn't handle the meeting this morning. She said sorry about that, but next week she will be back. And we're going to talk about where is the love. So we have a very good topic, and I have 10 questions about it. And I don't know if you have checked on our planner yet, but there's also a video about this topic. It's a song, but we are going to talk about it for the whole hour until 9 a.m. Okay. TALKNTALK is a platform based on community, and we are always looking for improvement for students to develop their leadership and everything. So we're going to open up a new spot for hosts pretty soon. So if you want to check, just follow us on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and other platforms. So Alexandre and Renato, we know each other already, but as always, we start with our presentation, and you can choose whatever you want to present, okay? Not just about yourself, but anything. So Alexandre, can you present yourself? I guess it's been a while. We had a meeting last week, but
Right. Okay, my name is Alexandre. I'm from Vitória, Espírito Santo. I'm married and I have 3 kids. I'm going to be 70 in October. I'm proud about that because I faced it this 70 years ago. And I'm here to improve my English. As you know, Philip, I bought a 12-month plan to continue improving because it's important. I don't say the only platform that we can meet everyone every day and express our feelings in English. Okay.
yeah. And we are always looking for improvements. So we are bringing new stuff, new features. We are developing the community. So we have the workshops now with the specific classes. Oops, can you hear me? Am I back? No, yeah, I'm back. So we are bringing workshops, specific classes, recorded classes. So if you check on our members area, there are some improvements we made. We brought a new website, the homepage, explaining a few steps of the community. So I think it worth checking. And in July, from July on, we are going to have, as we say in Portuguese, aulão. We're going to have a class with all the students. So we are going to set up a time in a day to get everybody together, to share, to start the networking movement itself, and to bring students to ask questions about English or whatever they have. So we are always listening to the needs and everything the community brings. Okay, and thank you for your trust, Alexandre. I guess you are here since 2020, right?
Yes, since July 2020.
Yeah.
I'm going to 4 years in 2020.
Yeah, very good, very good. Thank you so much. And Renato, what about you? Present yourself.
Oh, hi guys. My name is Renato. I work with IT too, and I live in São Paulo, in Barueri, São Paulo. I started in TALKNTALK this year, and I go into presential events. Very, very good. New people, meet people, I really like. And for me, TNT is my time to try and talking for get the experience to conversation. And this it's
Very good, Renato. It's always good to see you here and on the meetups we have, because they are both good tools to develop your conversation, to meet people and everything. So thank you for coming. And Ricardo, welcome aboard. Good morning. Long time no see. We have
Yeah,
just started our presentations, and we are going to talk about where is the love.
yeah,
So love
uh,
is in the air,
yeah,
and we're going to
exactly.
talk about that.
Well, nice day for everyone. Felipe, Renato, Alexandre. I'm Ricardo, live at São Vicente, is South Coast from São Paulo. I love walking on the beach. I love watching movies. I'm married, I have a daughter. I work at a telecommunications company. And how about the question, where is love?
Yeah, we're going to talk about
Love,
yeah, you can just answer the first one. What is love for you?
your audio is not so clear for me, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Love
my
is
connection.
okay. Love is the most powerful feeling, and unfortunately, a long time ago, more than 2,000 years, a special baby, the most special human, touching us about this feeling. But nowadays, the mankind didn't learn yet, but I believe that we are work in progress. I could mention myself because I didn't learn yet, but I'm learning a little every day. One of the experience my life is about my child, because when you became father, you learn a lot about this feeling. But unfortunately, I just get this feeling about my daughter, and I can't feel and share the same quantity of this feeling about the mankind, but maybe someday.
Yeah, it's always I guess love it's really important, but as Jesus Christ said, like love everybody as you love yourself or something like that, you know. And I guess loving everybody, especially those people we do not like much, we don't have like a good connection. I think it's for
Exactly.
me it's the hardest. It's really the hardest.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially when you feel the anger about something or about someone, it's really hard to love on that on those situations. Um, Renato, I want to hear from you. What is love? What would your life be without love?
uh, uh, it's a good question. I think it's a mix of emotions and feeling, and you learn a little more every day. But you don't see good news about this. Né? I think Lux Love, né? Falta Lux Love. And you learn it all day, with people, with with feelings. It's difficult to learn to explain. I don't find the words for explain more for us.
And it's hard, to explain. It's not easy, you know. And that's the idea of fluency, you know. How do you explain those feelings in English? And then you try and you try and you try and you listen, and then you get comfortable with it. Okay. So just check the immersions all day, every day, and it's going to develop a lot,
Yes.
a lot of vocabulary, especially. Alexandre, I know you are a very romantic person.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I want to hear from you. What is love and what would your life be without love? You're muted. You're muted.
Love is the most important sentimental feeling you can express to someone, to your fathers, to your kids, wife, or for something like you love a dog, a cat, or your yard, right? You can love it, all kind of love. And it's impossible. I think love is the most important sentiment in the world. And without, we we can't grow better. A person who grows without love, I can turn an animal, like, because when you don't receive love, it's impossible you to give love, right? Yeah, you can interact in a family, everyone love everyone, and then the love can grow, or love your community, right? So your city, or someone deeply, right? That's it.
Yeah, I guess loving, it's not just about people, right? It's about everything
Yes.
around ourselves. Like even ourselves. Like, do you love yourself? So, and then you can, do you love the work environment, the place you are, the things you have, or your thoughts, your hair or your not hair, you know, or your glasses or the clothes, whatever, you know. And for me, living a life without love would be so boring, so boring. And I really enjoy the feeling of being in love, the passion about things, about my job, about people, about the things I believe, about listening to other people, listening all of you, your stories. For me, it's really important. And moreover, we have the question number 2 about, and it can be relatives, partners, friends, maybe a stranger, another student. So question number 2 is really, how do we show love for other people? And Renato, I want to hear from you first. How do you show love to other people? It can be at work, your family, friends.
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
is bad connection to Philip, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, my
exactly.
connection is not so good. Go, Renato. Go
Two,
ahead
né?
first. Yeah, number 2.
Okay. I think he is care about people, listen to people, and find to something to help the people is a little to we do, né? To show love for parents, friends, and another things.
But how do we show love? How do you show love to these people?
Ah, how show love? I I don't find the words. Sorry, my first immersion.
No problem, no problem.
When I started in 2020, I was exactly like you.
Oh,
The words
good.
didn't come to my mind.
Yes.
I was thinking I couldn't speak English, but now I can speak a little. So I uh, invite you to come here every day, express some English, because it's a good place to develop your English, right?
Okay.
Don't give up.
Good, man. Thanks.
And then and try even to like some words you don't know, use Portuguese and we can just check it out and then I reply you back. So but just try. Give it a try.
Okay, I think to show love with atitudes, apoio, né? Message to apoio, and other things.
Yeah, very good. Actions, message, support, like showing support to other people. Yeah. Alexandre, and you, like what Alexandre said right now, it's like an action of love. Hey, do not give up. I was like you. So,
Yes.
Alexandre, how do you show love to other people?
I guess you can show a lot of kind of situation that you can show love. You can show support to someone, like as Renato said. You can show express your happiness when you see someone, when you receive someone, or someone passing by your house, and then you'll be happy. You can show giving a hug or a kiss, or a lot of situation you can. If you have love in your heart, you can show it easily to everyone, right? A simple action that you do when you buy a plate of food for a stranger in the street, like you are showing you love a stranger, right? Oh, can you give me something to eat? And then you accept, attend this person, your heart is saying, if you love, you give. Yeah, okay? So you can show, there are a variety of situations you can show your love. Okay?
Yeah, and there are a lot of ways we can do that, and I guess each part of our lives help us to show more or show less, but always doing something, right? And Ricardo, what about you? How do you show to other people? It can be.
Sorry, could you
over
repeat,
connection.
please?
You hear me? Yeah. How can you show love to your relatives, partners, friends, or a stranger on the street?
Well, it's possible to show love in different ways. For example, pay attention, look in your eyes when you are talking. Sometimes nowadays it's so common. A lot of people, including me, is using the cell phone at the same time when you are talking with your other people. And I believe that when you look in the other person's eyes, is the other people feel respect, in my opinion, and well, listen to another people is very important, and this simple movement cause the huge emotion in other people. Sometimes a lot of people want to release your feelings, but there aren't any possibility, because the mankind, the most part of the time, is just looking for yourself. So a little selfish, including me. I try to be a better man every day, and I believe that I'm improved a little, but certainly there are much thing to do. And well, certainly hugs, kisses, and the others movements, that's good. But if you start to notice this opportunity and just look in your eyes and listen to another people, is a huge movement to improve your feeling. And well, empathy is a nice movement, and but I believe that sometimes you have empathy, but for some people it's difficult to share or show this feeling. I don't know what happened. Certainly I have to understand this feeling, but it's a little strange for me. But I'm a very lucky guy, because I have wonderful parents, and my life is so good since I was born until today. I have to thank for, I have to just thank for everyone, every moment in my life. But sometimes I have some difficulty to understand the people that don't have, for example, it's difficult to some people just to tell up for another that, oh, you love you. As I love you. That's weird for me, because I tell this phrase every day for my wife and kid. But for on the hand, sometimes I have some discussion. I have some argue with my wife and my kid, and sometimes I have some difficulty. But this feeling just keeping me for some minutes or a day, it's hard to me to keep this feeling for a long time, particularly with people that I have to talk every day. So that's it.
Yeah, and I know for some people it's really easy to say I love you. For a lot of others, it's really hard. And I got me thinking, for example, my grandfather, he's Portuguese, and he had a very difficult time in his life throughout when he was younger. And I know he didn't say a word like I love you to anyone. Like, at least what I know, or for my mom, my aunt, my uncle, for his children. But I know he is always telling I love you with other words, working hard to provide food, to provide good education, to provide a good house, to provide a good life, you know. So I see that the way he shows love, it's about hard work, like working really hard. And I know a lot of people are the same way. For example, my mom is more like that, same way. Like she doesn't uh, express in words too much, but she expresses the love with words just because of my father. She learned from my father. My father is really romantic. He always tell, "Oh, I love you." He's really, sweet, and I guess she took that from him, I'm really more like my father. But I know for my granddad, for my grandfather, money, thriving, succeeding, it's really important to show love. And the next question is really about money. How important is money? Is it related to love? Do you show love when you give presents, gifts, a good trip, a good house, a car, having a good car? Do you believe we are too worried about money nowadays and forgetting love? And Alexandre, how do you feel that? How is this money and love relationship? How do you see this two words? Is money important more than love, or love is more important than money? How is that?
I think love is more important than money, because you can live without money or a little amount of money, but it's impossible to live without love. Right? Everyone loves something in their life, in his life. I think money is important to support your family, children in school, some charity. But if you don't have money, love in your heart, if you don't share your love, money is not important. It's not. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of money. As you know, some rich person for that has a lot of money, but don't have love for family or for the city. I think the two situations need to come together, love and money. When you love, you are willing to work hard to support family and your community. When you don't love, you turn kind of selfish, and you support only your desire, right? Something like that.
Yeah, very, very well said. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Ricardo, do you agree with Alexandre? Disagree? How do you see love and money relationship? What's more important?
Well, money is very important. Money is very important and necessary. And you could show love when you have money too, because money is a necessity. It's possible to buy food and give for someone. I believe that is one of the ways to share love, because when you see some people on the streets, and these people is heavy hungry, that's okay if you, that's nice if you could give a hug or share nice words, encourage these people or something like that. That's very nice, but food is a necessity. So I believe that there are a difference between money. For me is like a knife. It's possible to use this knife to cut a bread and share for other people, or if it's possible to kill someone. Money is a tool. Money is nothing. Money is just a object, and this object have utility. So in this case, it's possible to share love. I don't know, brush your teeth or something. I believe so. It's a kind of feeling that is possible to learn a lot, and I believe that when you the different people could see for the same event in different ways, one of them could look for this event when your eyes full of love, and the other people not. I believe that is. I not include myself in this situation, but there are some people, and these people could feel or look or find love in every place, in every event, in every movement, and normally these people are so much more happier than another person. So that's it for me.
Yeah. As I said before, like my granddad shows love like working hard, but I know there are a lot of people, they show love by cooking, bringing food or whatever, you know. I like to buy food, you know, to go to a place and remember someone, and I buy something for the person to eat, you know. I really enjoy that, and I'm finding myself enjoying cooking as well, you know, as a way of showing love too. So, um, Renato, and what about you? How do you see money and love?
So I think you need a balance, né? About these two things. We run after the money all the time, né? It's important, okay, very important. But I think a new generation already thinks different. He stopped and breath, and now he wants to more quality of life and balance to run it to perform on example. I see many cases of my work to burn out because work a lot for the money, né? And I see that we are trying to live with less, né? With less, and find a balance about important to money, né, in your life. This is a different opinion, but I see more people in my work, in my life too, find this balance. Né? Oh, is important, okay, but the people think different, think different about another generations. I don't know if I speak, I explain so much.
Oh, it's good. It's good. And I think it's yeah, while you start speaking and trying, you're gonna get more confident each step you take, you know. It's just a matter of practicing. Just a matter of practicing. And we were talking about, I guess Ricardo. Oops, just a second. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I guess I'm back. So I'm back. Yeah. Ricardo mentioned about self, or Alexandre. I guess it was Alexandre. Yeah, I'm back. So I want to enter question number 4 about selfishness. But not in a bad way. It can be as well.
Could you repeat,
being
please? Because
selfish.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm not gonna give
you
my
have
opinion.
internet connections problem.
Yeah, my connection. Yeah, yeah. So question number 4, Ricardo, do you consider yourself selfish? But you don't self just like selfish. It's not bad. But remember,
Yes.
we are talking
Yeah.
about loving
Okay.
ourselves. And do you consider yourself selfish?
I consider myself a selfish person, and I consider selfish in this case or for any other case a bad feeling and a negative thing, and certainly I have to improve. But well, I believe that the most important thing, in my opinion, is not put yourself under pressure, not a lot of pressure. I believe as well, not nowadays and at this moment, I just can have a quantity of selfish in my heart, and okay, that's nice. The most important thing is pay attention on this feeling, try to improve, because sometimes you put yourself in a lot of impression. I'm not a good person or something like that. I believe that's there are just maybe 5, 6 persons on the history of mankind that don't have selfish feeling in your heart. Maybe, and I could mention, I'm not sure, I'm not know much thing about a lot of these persons, but sometimes I listen to a lot of things about Jesus, or maybe Mother Teresa, or Buddha. Some persons tell about Buddha or Chico Xavier, and there are another persons. I believe that's not for us humans, because I consider this kind of a person another type of it's not the regular people. I consider these people special souls. I don't know. And I believe the most part of us mortals is a work in progress, and so I have to improve just a little every day until someday maybe you could remove totally this feeling of your heart.
Yes, and you brought a very important question to the table. Yeah, very good, very important one. Unfortunately, my connection is not so well. So, Alexandre, question number 4. Can you help me out answering question number 4? Do you consider yourself selfish?
No, I consider myself open-handed. On the other hand, I'm very controlled, right? I can do everything to everyone, but in a minimalist action way. I don't like buy expensive things to impress other people. Let's go to have a barbecue in the expensive restaurant. No, I don't go, because I can live happy with a minimal amount of food or not expensive food or expensive clothes. I have one expensive car, but it was only, I think I was selfish buying this car. I could give the money for people, for my kids, but I bought it. But I think be selfish is negative, right? Like being avarento. I don't know the word avarento. I think you can do everything in a minimal amount for everyone, and show that you love someone. When people think about I don't like to, like in my house, I like every end of the year I get all my clothes that I don't use anymore. They are new because sometimes I bought it last year, but I don't use, and I try to give for a institution, a charity. But my wife doesn't. I think she's very selfish. Think about keeping a lot of things that could help others, but she doesn't like to do that. In this case, I think she is selfish, right? Something in this direction.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm not gonna say much because I guess my connection is not working well. So I'm moving to Renato. Can you answer question number 4, Renato? Go ahead.
Okay. I don't consider myself selfish, but I think is not bad in all contexts. Ricardo and Alexandre give the examples, but I don't know to explain for us with the certain words for this case. I think
Me too, Renato.
I think to another question.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I consider myself selfish in a way, and I guess it's really important. But most of the times I'm not. I'm always, pay attention to others, concerning about other people's feelings. But sometimes as a survival feeling, selfishness, being selfish, it's important. Especially when I have been talking about helping other people and support, and to do that, you need to be selfish. Otherwise, you're gonna drown and you're gonna kill yourself somehow. You're gonna get into depression, anxiety, things like that. So I think it's really important being selfish sometimes, but yeah. We have other questions, and they are pretty deep. I'm going to kind of finish maybe trying to bring a discussion about the question number 10. Question number 10 is, there's a quotation. Whatever is my right as a man is also the right of another. And it's related to being selfish or empathetic. So how this quote could be related to love? So the quotation, whatever is my right as a man, as a person, is also the right of another person. How this quote could be related to love? So Ricardo, how this quotation can be related to love?
Guys, I need to leave. I need to leave,
Yeah.
because I have a doctor appointment a few minutes ahead.
Okay.
And I need to
No
go.
problem.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for being around.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Ricardo. And
Okay, my friend.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm
So,
sorry,
Ricardo,
could you repeat the quotation?
Quotation number, the number 10. Whatever is my
Okay.
right as a man is also the right of another. How this quote could be related to love?
Well, I could mention this phrase, this quotation is carry a lot of empathy feeling, and is when you respect another person is one way to show love, demonstrate love for a person, and that's a simple quotation or simple phrase, and this quotation could solve a lot of problems in our world. Certainly, if the mankind respect this phrase, certainly we could avoid a lot of wars and other conflicts. I believe that this phrase is tell about pay attention in other people, try to avoid conflicts, try to talk with another people. Sometimes nowadays the people use cell phone just for send messages, and sometimes when you are talking with other people is more, how do you say, more dynamic, because you could talk and feel in the same way. You could check. Oh, you could be a little aggressive, and when you are notice this feeling another person, it's possible to clarify a situation. So, I'm sorry, but if you feel bad about these words, I'm sorry, but I wanted to let this situation clear. I'm not. I don't aggressive. I want to be aggressive person. I just tell about something and clarify the situation, and so it's nice, because particular nowadays there are a lot of different situations. Some people tell a phrase, and this phrase is understand for another way, and sometimes people, for example, tell a lot of different things, and the people just focus in the specific part, and a lot of people, they want to really want to notice or know when people tell about bad things. Oh, this person is a racism or committed prejudice or a lot of different bad feelings. But sometimes it's just a misunderstanding. But the people are so ready to check this phrase and they reposted these things or something.
Cancel the cancellation.
Exactly,
culture.
exactly. The journalist, I believe that nowadays, a long time ago, I read an article, a couple of years ago, and in this 18th century, a journal have the same quantity of knowledge and nowadays the journal have the same quantity of information than entire 18th century or something like that. And nowadays the things are happen in the same time the people are posting on live on the internet. So there are a lot of anxious to be the first person that you could give this information. So in this, under this pressure, it's possible to make a lot of mistakes. So this case is
dangerous.
Yeah.
I was thinking now, communication, the spread of information can kill us, the entire species,
Exactly.
human race. Yeah, very good. Renato, how do you see this quotation, and what are your opinion about that?
I think his phrase is about respect too, né? And respect a kind of love, né? To situation. I think is about this, and I agree with Ricardo too.
Very good, very good. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with Ricardo. I think you have said a lot of important things. We don't have much time, and just before we finish, we are going to. I guess you and Ricardo, I know you are in there, but Renato, are you in the student WhatsApp group?
Sorry?
Yeah. Are you in the WhatsApp group?
Yes.
Yes, great. Because I'm gonna bring the updates and everything we are doing at TALKNTALK. We have some changes throughout the way, and yeah, a lot of it's a rewrote of things, and we have just posted a new web page, so you can go to the website. You're gonna see a new web page, and there are more information, and there are a few things that we are gonna bring up for this second semester, especially in July. We're gonna have material in PDF, and we're gonna have a class with everybody together once a month with me or other people to lead the students and to help support and to answer questions. Okay, so we're gonna have some new things. So Ricardo and Renato, I want to thank you. I appreciate your time and being around. A very important and good topic. It was a good discussion.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Ana Laura will be back next week. So, and I hope you can tell her that I did a great job today. So if I did,
for everyone.
Yeah. So have a great day. Enjoy and take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Felipe.
Bye-bye.
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 See ya.